There it is. I just love it. Welcome everybody back to my 32 fan series where I'm talking to one fan from each of the 32 NFL teams. And I am super excited to talk to you, Tyson, because I like what the Jets are doing. I've liked what the Jets were doing even when they hadn't won a single game. I messaged you, I reached out and I said, I know it looks bad. I know, but I really like this. And you were like, she's insane. So I am excited to have this conversation with you because I do like some of the things we're doing. So we'll get into that. But first of all, if this is the first episode that you're seeing, there will be 31 other episodes that you can revert back to, listen to, and we're talking all things NFL. So all of Tyson's information will be in the description below. And I will add you as a collaborator as well. I don't know if you've used that function before so that I can pop up on your channel. But other than that, feel free to introduce yourself. Let us know whatever it is you want us to know, and let us know how long you've been suffering as a Jets fan.
My entire life. Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Been on YouTube, I think, like 5, maybe 8 years now. Mostly became more active during COVID. And it's just uncensored year-round coverage, giving the fans a voice. My biggest frustration was always like, when the media says, the fans think this. Like, you don't know what I think. Let me tell you what we think. And so we give like an open platform for fans. And this is my year 2 with you. Last year, I was kind of,
You were
this
happy?
year, I'm more inspired this year now. I feel better now.
Okay. Do you? Nice.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. So take me through the season. So listen, if you watch football, everybody is aware for the longest time, the Jets hadn't won a single game. It was looking bad. It was looking rough. It just wasn't quite happening. And then game started to be won, but it wasn't pretty. Let's just call it what it is. Wasn't pretty. But at the end of the season, what did you walk away thinking? How are you feeling? What did you walk away thinking? Were you like, burn it all, fire them all? This is brutal. Or how were you feeling at the end of the season?
At the end of the season, I was like, Aaron Glenn should be fired. It was probably the worst football I've seen. And we watch bad football year in and year out. Like, we know bad teams when we see them. We also know bad coaching when we see it. And he was easily one of the worst coaches I've seen in a long time. He was terrible. So I'm like, fire him. Let's move on. One and done. Don't care. And then, they gave him a chance to rebuild his staff, but I was completely discouraged because you have a lot of draft picks, you have a head coach you have no faith in, and you have all these holes on this team. It's just like, it's never going to end. We are in rock bottom, a deeper rock bottom than we ever had before. So really, really frustrated. Fans were pissed. And then slowly but surely we bought back in because this is what fans do. We're all suckers for this. But the Jets made a lot of smart moves to kind of inspire us a little bit.
Yeah. The one thing I always say when I look at bad teams is, how are you losing? Are you losing because the talent is bad? Or are you losing because of just dumb situations, dumb things? And it wasn't the talent per se. It just didn't look good as a collective. But the thing that I love the most, and I didn't tell you this, but the thing that I love the most was watching how the players were interacting with Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes, like as fans, we're like, we lost, we suck. He fumbled, he can't catch. Nobody ever disrespected him. Everybody continued to make eye contact with him. Everybody continued to want to do things for him. And for me, that is good. Like, that is half the battle. Listen, I'm in the division with the Cleveland Browns, and I watch those players look at their coach every week, and they're looking at him like, bro, really? Yeah. They didn't do that with Aaron Glenn. So that was one thing where I was like, I like it. I think I might like this. So,
it's fine because like the last few weeks, they basically tanked. They gave up. They played Brady Cook. Justin Fields was an unmitigated disaster. So now it's like, all right, I think some guys saw the big vision, like we're going to tank for a draft position, and then next year we're going to bounce back with bigger and better things. But Aaron Glenn lost a lot. The problem I have is I was a big fan of his when he was a player. Like, I loved him as a player. And this is my biggest nightmare. Don't become here as a coach and make me hate you. And then I hated him. And I was like, this is terrible. But you're right. There were certain things you saw, but then it was like Garrett Wilson got hurt. So just everything, it was like a perfect storm of just sad and losing football. But you're like, all right,
evaluation.
But you're right about this is they inherited a lot of bad contracts, a lot of bad players, a lot of bad attitudes too. So you inherit a losing culture and you lose, the culture could get worse, could get divided, and you got to weed out all these players. And they had to do that where some big names, but it's like, this is necessary evil now because the culture changes when you change the mindset and the leadership in the locker room.
If you like the content that you're getting, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave us a comment in the comment section below, and I'll let you get back to your video. And again, he came from where? Dan Quinn. Or, what you call it? What, is that his name? No.
Dan Quinn, you're right.
No. Okay.
Campbell.
Yes, Dan Campbell from the Lions, and that's what they did. Remember when he came in, whatever his name is, he started immediately getting rid of people, and everyone was like, "Why are we getting rid of him? Why him? Why him? Why him?" And it's like because he's getting his culture and his guys, and I just see that. So, anyways, and the cupboard was a little bare, and there were some great players, but then everybody else, you were kind of like, eh. So I like it. I'll be on record as saying I like it. So I'm just saying. So let's talk about the draft. So. You guys obviously have very high draft picks for obvious reasons, trades, all of those different things. But what was one word you would use to describe the draft?
Exciting. This is what this team desperately needed to invigorate the locker room, invigorate the fan base, because in free agency, they went defense heavy. So you're like, okay, I understand why you did it because there's not a lot of offense out there and nobody wants to come to the Jets. Fine. Right. Cool with it. But you have to put a premium on offense in the draft. They did exactly that. They got two great playmakers. You're like, all right, you got a pass rusher. Makes sense. So it's like guys from winning colleges, leaders, explosive, dynamic. Like you could buy into it. You can make sense. Like now we know what a blueprint is. Where last year you're kind of like not really sure what your blueprint is. You're kind of like learning on the job. Now they learned on the job and they brought in players that could actually fit and make sense.
Okay, I agree. I believe the New York Jets had probably top 3 draft, and they're not 3. So figure out where you think they fall is wherever that is. So who was your favorite pick from day 2 or day 3 that you feel like is going to end up being a steal?
That's a good question. I think D'Angelo Pons is really, really interesting. And as Aaron Glenn being the head coach, he's actually like another Aaron Glenn. He's smaller in stature, phenomenal athlete, fast, intense, corner. But he brings that to this Jets secondary. They need that. They need those competitors. So it's like it comes from winning programs. So it's like he was like was it Rose Bowl MVP, Peach Bowl MVP for defense. So it's like this kid brings it, and it's like this is part of the attitude change they need on defense. And everybody's like, oh, he's too short. He's this, he's that. I'm like, this kid competes and he wants to win and he hates losing. That's the kind of players you need. So that's where I'm like, it was a surprising pick, but an exciting pick.
Yeah, I made videos about Arvell Reese and D'Angelo Pons. Those were 2 of my 9 that I was very fascinated to see where they ended up. So, yeah, I agree. Great. You could have picked probably anyone in your draft minus like one person or maybe 2, and I would have been like, yeah, I agree.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I was at. Yep, same thing.
Okay. Who's the one player in your draft class that you think will make the biggest immediate impact?
Now I'm biased here because when Jets fans, we were in quarterback mode. We were watching Dante Moore week in and week out and analyzing him like he's gonna be our quarterback. And every time I watch him, I'm like, this Sadiq guy is really good. Like, bro, you're out of your mind. They have Mason Taylor. They're not gonna go tight end. I'm like, this kid's a playmaker. He's not just a tight end. He's a versatile chess piece if used correctly, which is a big if. But he can do a lot of things, bro. There's no way. I'm like, listen, man. I just watch football. I don't watch the all 22 for 40 hours a week. I don't do that. But kid looks like he can play. He could play. And they got him, and I'm like, this is awesome. Because the Jets lack diversity in offense. They lack these guys that he's a mismatch for linebackers, mismatch for safeties. He can do all kinds of things. And now it's like, now you have Geno Smith. Like, listen, man, figure out how to throw the ball deep to him. He's got crazy speed. So to me, he is just a pick that I was so excited about. Everybody's like, no, we need a receiver. I'm like, this guy can do it all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always say, get talent.
Please.
Figure out the rest later. Talent usually outperforms anything. So go get the talent.
Well, usually the thing with the Jets is, though, this used to piss me off historically, is it'd be a deep wide receiver class. Like, this is a great wide receiver class. They wouldn't pick one to the 4th round. I'm like, get it in the early rounds. Like, you talk about talent, like, get the talent now. Like, why wait? We're done waiting. And they did that with 2 picks. So I was like, sign me up.
I was impressed. Yeah. Every pick, I was like, oh, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. So is there a player that you feel like you all passed on multiple times, that you all passed on, maybe even a few times, that you were just kind of like, oh, that might come back to haunt us? Like, why are we not getting him?
I was worried about Mekhi Lemon biting us in the ass. That's the one guy where I was like, okay, you got Sadiq. I understood it. But I'm like, man, Lemon seemed like a really good fit. Like, you can do some really cool things with him. And then they got Omar Cooper Jr. So I'm like, all right, I'll take that anyway. But that's the thing. And usually in draft classes, you worry about the quarterback, like passing on a quarterback. But there was none that I wanted. I didn't want Aller. I didn't want Beck. I don't like Klubnik. But I'm like, there wasn't that's the one player usually haunts you. Like, oh, like last year, they didn't take Jackson Dart. Like, there's always a guy you're like, this is going to blow up in her face. And then there's, Arvell Reese, too, which you talked about, where the Jets took David Bailey. Reese goes to the Giants. So now they're automatically getting compared week in and week out because they're playing the same stadium. So now it's like, hopefully that pans out.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this about K Club Nick. And you know me, I watch a ton of college football.
Yep.
Um, don't be surprised if he surprises you.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah,
Please.
like just I have a theory. I'm not willing to say the theory out loud. I have a theory. So I want to see how he does there in the next year or two. I'm interested. There's something I think I'm noticing, but I want to see.
That pick pissed me off to no end.
Yeah.
Because it was like they were going to draft the quarterback. We knew that. Like, you're going to draft a developmental quarterback round 4, 5, 6, whatever. Cool. They had 3 picks in the 4th round. Then they trade up. I'm like, oh, they got to be getting the safety. They got to be getting some. And they trade up for him. And I'm like, he had like a 6th round grade or whatever, like a lower than the 4th round. Like, not only did you took him in the 4th round, you gave up another pick for him. So 2 picks for him. But Frank Reich apparently loves him. So.
And if you have a second, just a spare second, go watch this tape. Not in 2025. Go watch 2024. Yeah, that is what they were drafting, and they just might have figure something out, because the Clemson football thing right now, I have a theory. So he just
last
might.
Year was terrible. The whole team was bad last year.
The whole team was bad, and they still had 8 or 9 draft picks.
Yeah.
So were they bad, or is there a different issue going on there? That's So okay, cool. So. Yeah, that's why I said, like, you just might. So, okay, so let's talk about the team a little bit. And I'll just be honest. I don't think that your goal this year is heading to the Super Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what would success look like for you? What are you hoping to see this season where you can say, you know what? Okay, we're moving in the right direction.
I mean, this be relevant by Halloween. Like, be competitive week in and week out. Like last year, they weren't competitive. First quarter, 21-0, 17-0. Halftime, the game's a joke. 4th quarter, we're talking draft. Now it's like you want to be competitive week in and week out, play quality defensive football, tackle. Here's an idea. Get an interception, something they didn't do all of last year. Get sacks. Like, just play competitive football where you're like, all right, this team is well coached. They just may lack a little talent, lack a little experience. But they have to win, I'd say, 7 games or Aaron Glenn's getting fired, because you can't be as bad as you were last year. Then have another really bad this year, like coaching mistakes, blunders, roster decisions that were terrible. Yeah. Like, you do that, you're out of here. This is New York, and we're done with this. So he's got it, and then basically he was allowed to build his own staff too. Like, he basically fired his entire staff, rehired a whole new staff, which is absurd for a guy that doesn't win. So it's like, you have your chance to win, you better do it. Not like no Super Bowl, but 7 wins. And then with Geno Smith, they should. There's no reason why they shouldn't. Yeah,
no, I agree. They're in the right position. So now it's up to them to execute. And 100%. Sometimes you can have everything you need. They have everything they need. So at least it's time to look better. And I would rather you lose in a last-second field goal than you get blown out. That's embarrassing. 100%. So let's get this looking a little better. Okay. Yep. So which position group worries you the most at this point?
Oh, that's a good question. I think as of now, probably linebacker, because they got Demario Davis, who is one of my favorite Jets of all time. He's here twice. But he's older. He's like, 37 years old now. Yeah. Jamie Sherwood's coming off an awful year last year. We all won cut or traded. So they lack a little bit of, they lack youth. They lack competency. So you're hoping that, they have McCrary, Ball, and Walker. But that's what we all kind of hope they sign a free agent and free agent linebacker, or draft somebody. I was thinking 2nd round draft one there. But then Jacob Rodriguez was gone. So they didn't do that. I think linebacker. Also, to be honest with you, backup quarterback. Like, we don't have one. Like, it's today, Tyrod Taylor went to the Packers. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, this is, to me, he was the foregone conclusion. Like, 1 year, $2 million, he comes back. Now they have Bailey Zappi and Cade Klubnik, and that's not the way to handle your backup quarterbacks. And no Russell Wilson either. No. So that just can't happen either.
I was gonna say I know a guy. Nope. He might already have a location where you're located.
No, let him retire. Go retire.
No, thank you.
Nope.
Awesome. There's also a car alarm going off, so if you hear random beeping, that is what's happening. So again, Tyson knows this. It's just one of those days for me. So we're just going to keep it moving, and I'm just going to act like I don't hear it. So if you hear it, I would like to apologize for that noise. So where do you think this team has improved the most? Where is from last season where you were looking at and you were like, I know we need a lot of help, but at least right now I feel like we've improved in this particular spot?
I think on offense in general, you improve the quarterback with Geno Smith, a huge upgrade with Justin Fields. Frank Reich over Tanner Engstrand is an enormous upgrade on offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Then a wide receiver group where you're adding Sadiq, you're adding Omar Cooper Jr., So now your playmakers, your coaching, your quarterback, it all results in something being better. So
Yeah.
we were so bad. I mean, Justin Fields was unplayable. Like 7 yards passing and a half. He was just horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there.
Coaching, it was like a comedy of errors.
Yeah, and you know what I've realized too is sometimes I forget that sports is life, and some people need positive environment. Some people need culture, stability, foundation.
Yep.
Some people can't thrive on it not being that way, and some people can. And so sometimes you just never know with these guys, man. You just never know.
I mean,
we think they're superheroes, but they're really not. They're just trying to figure it out.
If we're being honest, it was kind of predictable though, because you take a reclamation project in Justin Fields and saying we're going to coach you up like nobody's done before. And you give him a first-time offensive coordinator and a really bad quarterback coach. It's not like if you gave Justin Fields Frank Reich, okay, give him a fair chance to be good at it. But you didn't. Yeah. It was like everybody's learning, any head coach learning on the job. Like everybody was learning on the job while you're trying to rebuild Justin Fields. And then you start losing games like horrifically. It's like it's never going to work.
Not good.
So the plan wasn't good.
I will be honest with you. Week 1, I was like, the Jets might have something. They can score points. They look good. Yeah, they look great. All these things. And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe the Steelers actually suck. Like maybe we're just bad. Yeah. Ridiculous. And we were for the first 8 weeks, I think it was. We were pretty bad. So that was actually the truth. So what do you think you all are going to do better than most other teams in the NFL?
Special teams. It's hard. I shouldn't have said it so fast. That should be the case because last year the return game is elite. The coverage team is elite. The punter is very good. But then friggin' they let Nick Folk go to Atlanta, which makes no sense to me because it was over $1 million because I think he wanted to play indoors. So right now they have Cade York and an undrafted free agent, like Will Ferrin or something like that from BYU or somewhere. But I'm like, special teams for the Jets is a huge strength. Without a kicker though, it's like, all right, that's
one half of us is really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably the Jets, right? But other than that, like the offense is a work in progress. We can't say we're going to be better than anybody else. The defense was so bad, like historically bad last year. So I can't say they're going to be better than anybody else. So if anything, special teams with our returners, that's probably it. Before
we get to the fun round, I just have a question, just you being a Jets fan. What is something that you all often talk about, like in your circles? Is it, oh my God, we suck so bad? Is it we need to do this one thing to figure it out? We don't like the owner, the GM sucks. Like, what is the thing that you all can all collectively probably say, like, this is how we feel?
All of the above.
Okay.
No, it's like every Jet fan hates Woody Johnson. That is, we always blame him for the way he handles the team, gouging the fans for ticket prices. We all say, will we ever find a franchise quarterback? Because that just seems like it never happens for us. Then it's like, can we ever make the playoffs? Because we don't have done that in 15 years. And then it's a Super Bowl is just like, it's been like over 50 years, 50.
Yeah.
It's like, can we ever go back to the Super Bowl? Can we ever be relevant again? Like every Jet fan can tell you, like we can have like a 5-minute conversation about happy moments. We can give you a lecture, a 3-hour lecture on all the bad moments in Jet history. And we all have the same stories. Like this happened, fake spike, this, that, like everybody has them. Okay. So it's tough, man. It is, but it's like we all have that one day we finally make it there and make it all the way back. The party at the Canyon of Heroes will be legendary. Like you'll never see parties like this party because it's like Jet fans have suffered for so long. It's like you have like the father, son, the grandson, they all suffered. It's like the whole family suffered through it,
That's true. That's a good point. Okay. I always wonder, like, this is going to sound terrible. I don't mean it as bad as it sounds, but like as a Steelers fan, there's certain, like, we're so privileged in a lot of ways as the fact that like we usually win games. Now we get to the playoffs and we can't win a game. But it's like, but we're so privileged in the fact that we win and we don't have like, we're always like one thing away. So we're like, oh, if we would do this, we all don't really agree on like what the one thing is or what those things are. Well, now we all agree we kind of need a quarterback, but so I'm just, I mean, don't even get me started there.
But I told you about Aaron Rodgers. I told you, but the thing is like, look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is the ultimate Jet thing that happened. The Jets draft him. He doesn't play out well here. It was time for him to go. He had to go because he was seeing ghosts and everything else. But then to see him win the Super Bowl, which we were all cheering for him, like that's the Jets' luck right there. That's the epitome of our luck where, it's like one of our own, finally our savior, a quarterback, completely bombs out with Gase and everything else. And then there he is win a Super Bowl. It's like you can't make it up,
It's going to be if like Robert Salah turns around the Titans. You're going to be like, terrible. Bruh.
He can't do it. He won't do it. I have confidence he won't do it. There's no way. Brian Daboll will be coaching that team soon. It won't be solid.
Brian Daboll. What a coaching staff he's assembled out there.
He had to.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the fun. Let's get into the fun stuff. This you might not think this is fun, but I think it's fun just to get people's
Okay.
answers. So, what is your quarterback confidence heading into the season?
I love
One
Geno Smith.
is we are awful. Who knows? 5 being please don't let this quarterback ever leave us.
3.5.
Okay,
I think
that's fair.
Geno he's inspired, he's motivated, he's coming back to the Jets to kind of redeem himself, but he's coming back with a good offensive line, a lot of playmakers, a very motivated Brees Hall. Now, people hate on Geno, but the thing is, like,
Yeah,
everybody holds like his past against him. Like, I don't care what happened 10 years ago. I genuinely don't care.
I don't
What
either.
he did in
Yeah.
Seattle was pretty impressive. The Raiders were a disaster last year on and off the field. That he wasn't good, but he was surrounded by a lot of garbage. So I have
Mhm.
probably more faith in Geno than most people do, but
Okay.
3.5. I think he's going to do really well.
Okay. I love Brees Hall. I hope for Brees
Yeah.
Hall's sake he has a great season. What an asset. What an asset if he could get that solid offensive line.
Got to pay him.
Is okay, coaching staff trust level on the scale of 1 to 5.
Man, I mean, this is tough. I'd say Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator. I'll give him a. I'll be nice today. It's Monday, right? 3. I'll give Glenn as a coordinator 3. Frank
Okay.
Reich as offensive coordinator 3. But concerns that his offense could be outdated. But I think he's probably one of the best coordinators we've had in a long time because Nate Hackett was terrible. Tanner Engstrand was in over his head. So I think Frank Reich brings like stability. He brings leadership. He brings competency, which we haven't had in probably 4 years. So that's a positive. As a head coach, Aaron Glenn, man's got a lot to prove. I'll give him a 2.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
his time management, game management, his excuses. He melted in press conferences. When he first came to Jet head coach, he's like, "We're built for this stuff and all the great news, all this bravado." By week 10, he became just like melted. He was
Got depressed.
he's backing down his comments. He's bringing out all these cliches. He's doing
Okay.
double talk. And then as Jet fans, we study every word. Like, dude, 3 weeks ago you said the opposite. So now you're not so tough anymore, are you? Because now you're getting blown out every week. So yeah, he's got a lot to prove. He's on the hot seat.
It got
for sure.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Who do you think is going to carry the team this year? Offense or defense?
Oh, offense, I think, definitely. Because the defense has a lot of new parts. And I don't like, again, the whole Aaron Glenn factor just bothers me. So I think he has a lot to prove. But when you have a good offensive line, you have Brees Hall, you have Garrett Wilson, Geno, like there's enough pieces here to say we can score 20 points a week and be competitive and time of possession or anything like that. Where the defense, I think, will have to find their way for a while and it could be holding back a little bit.
Okay. If you could trade drafts with another team in the NFL, you would get all of their draft picks. They would get all of your draft picks. A, would you trade drafts? And B, if you did, what team would you trade with?
For the first time in my life, maybe the second time, I like our draft. Like it's like, and you could probably say the Raiders are getting Mendoza if you want to go that route. But I'm like, you know what? The Jets have 3 first-round picks next year. You can get your quarterback in a really big quarterback class. But it's strange to say this. I actually like our class. I wouldn't trade it. I really like what they did. It makes a lot of sense. The Klubnik thing you could sell me on maybe, but like I like what they did here, to be honest.
Yeah. When was the last time you liked the draft? Who was the first round? Like what do you remember who?
Well, they had a few years ago when they had Sauce and Jermaine Johnson and Garrett Wilson. Okay. That's like there's classes where you're like, man, this is a slam dunk. But this one it just seems more, well, I guess it features more on offense too, which helps a lot too when you have the tight end and the wide receiver. I just see the impact being a lot greater based on the players they brought in.
Okay, that's fair. Is there a moment as a Jets fan you're like, here we go. This always happens to us. We're the Jets. Of course, this is happening right now. This is what we do. What is that moment for you all?
A moment? I can give you 10 years.
Don't say losing.
Aaron Rodgers blowing out his Achilles the whole opener. Like, there's moments. Every year's a moment. Like there's moments every year. Like you see things like that's never going to happen again. It's always us. Always. There's always every year. Like you can't believe it. Players come here that are great and will always suck. They go somewhere else, they'll be fine. Like it's like when the Jets, when we all buy in, like the Aaron Rodgers, we all bought in big time. We're like, oh, this is a Super Bowl ready team.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Of course, he gets hurt.
Literally, the third play? First?
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't.
That was brutal.
I was there. It was terrible. And then it's like his next year we came back on his mission. He's rehabilitating, big, better than ever, and it's just you have him, Devontae Adams. Like Devontae Adams is going to save the day. He didn't do anything. They trade for Hassan Reddick. He doesn't show up for like 12 weeks. It's like it's just we could moments. 2-hour show on this.
Okay, so I have a question. I didn't prepare for this, but I just have a question because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Would you rather be I know you're a Jets fan, so remove kind of that thing, but would you rather be you all or the Browns? Because I feel like Browns fans feel similar in the sense of like everything we try fails. Like every single time we think we have it figured out. Or do you think you all are similar? Or
we're very similar. Yeah. Okay. Because they can't find quarterback either. But they had Baker Mayfield there and they got rid of him. So they had their mistake too, like we did with Sam Darnold. That's a good question. I mean, we're just both trotting just down, it's just
just trying to figure it out.
We can't do it. No matter what we do.
Well, hey, as long as you're in it, you're not out of it, So
that's all Halloween, at least.
You like that? That?
We're all 0-0, right? That's where we all.
Yeah, you have the same record right now.
That's right.
So
gotta find something.
Yeah. So if you could send a message to the owner, the head coach, the GM, maybe even a player if you chose, what message? You know what? I will give you 2 messages because you might need 2. Who would be the 2 people you would send a message to? What would you say?
I mean, I just wish Woody Johnson would hire a director of football operations that has a football background. Like, go hire Curtis Martin, go hire somebody and say, all these guys report to him now. Woody Johnson's out of the equation. And anybody that's on football ground, you're not making football decisions anymore. Like, have a different guy. Stop gouging the fans. Like, they raised ticket prices the last 2 years. They're worse than football. Literally the worst in football.
By how much? Prices.
Whatever, 10%, 13%, whatever. They raise money. Like, your team, nobody wants to go to your games. Like,
except for the visiting teams.
Yeah, that's why your stadium's full of opposing fans. That's what happens. Like, we sold 40,000 tickets. Yeah, 20,000 are somebody else. They're not Jet fans. So the stadium experience is terrible. Like, the ownership's got such a stigma around them where it's like, stop being involved. Like, hire Curtis Martin to take over your organization. Like the 49ers did with John Lynch. John Lynch has it. He oversees it. Do the same thing. And that, I think, would be a huge lift. And that would be I think Jet fans would be ecstatic at that point. Woody Johnson can't meddle. He can't get involved. Like, there's rumors he got involved this year where he told Aaron Glenn, you can't hire Wink Martindale. You're a defensive-minded guy. You coach the defense. Like, stuff like that. You're like, just stay out of the way,
bro.
Like,
out of the way.
That's kind of what we're, dealing with. And then, well, I mean, my message would probably be to Aaron Glenn. Be like, dude, you've got to figure it out. Like, stop talking the talk. Just walk it. Like, nobody cares about cliches or slogans or nobody cares. Just win football games and be the man you are. Like, he's a very respected guy and players love him. Like, you talked about it, players literally love this guy. Because I've talked to people with the Saints. I talked to people all over the league that love Aaron Glenn. Be that guy. Don't worry about impressing the media. Don't worry about fighting the media. Fighting the media will never work. We saw it last year. It blew up in his face. Because once you started losing, they took every word you said and threw it right back at your face, and you couldn't do anything. You eaten alive. Just be yourself. Just focus on football. Don't focus on the fans and the media, and win. That's it. It'd be huge for him. Okay.
I love it. I love your passion. I could talk to you literally every day about the Jets, just because. But you know what? I commend you though, because you're still like, you can tell you're annoyed, but you're still pretty positive about it. Like, you're still like, this sucks, but this is my team. Like, this is awful, but gosh, if they can figure it out, this is it. But this, and I love that.
Come talk to me in October.
I mean, I peeped in a couple of times to a couple of lives, and I was like, okay, they're pissed. Okay. And I'll be honest too, there's like a couple of people that, like, after games, I would be up like editing or whatever I was doing, and I would be like, who can I find? And there were a couple of Jets people that I would be like, okay, like, everyone is pissed. So I got it. And I think it's good sometimes to give you some perspective on your team, is to look at what other teams are doing, and for you sometimes to just shut up and just let it be what it's going to be. You're fine. So I love it.
I think right now is like, we see that they made a quality draft this year. They had Geno Smith as a legitimate bridge quarterback, which they haven't had really, because Aaron Rodgers was a complete waste of time. Yeah. And then next year, three first-round picks, $150 million of cap space. So it's like, you can see a blueprint now. Like, nail this year, nail next year. You're talking playoffs. If you're not, then blow it all up again. But like, now it's like, this is tangible now. It's not like, drinking green Kool-Aid. Oh no, drink this, we're gonna win. No, it's just be smart with how you handle business, and you'll be all right.
Okay. This is way too soon to ask you this question. Is there any quarterback in the 2027 draft class that you're thinking, you know what? Or are you just going to wait and see?
Wait and see. I mean, we all wanted Dante Moore this year. I mean, that's, so like, that's kind of what we all thought was going to happen. You have Arch Manning, but it's like, the tricky thing with that is, think about all the draft classes, like all the college football quarterbacks this year, going into this year. Like, this guy's number one pick, Cade Klubnik, all these guys. Yeah. and now the 4th round picks, Garrett Nussmeier fell apart. So it's always like the grass is always greener. Oh, the next draft class to get your quarterback, then they play terribly or they get hurt, and the entire evaluation changes. Like nobody talked about Mendoza going into this year. Mendoza wasn't on anybody. So it's like we all had this name. And I always tell Jet fans, I'm like, don't get stuck on a name now because it's going to change 45 times between now. It is the next day. It's going to change a million times.
Yeah. And you guys have a lot of draft picks too. Yep. So, it'll be interesting. I am fascinated to see what happens with the Jets. I am fascinated to see how the draft picks play out because I try to exercise patience when it's like new guys, new coach. And them coming in, it's like I want to see them week 1, 2, but then I also want to see them in week 10, 12, because I just want to see like if they've gotten better. And because that starts to be your foundation. So now this group, okay, we know who hit, we know who didn't. Yep. Now let's recycle it. And by time, eventually you kind of have a good core group. And so it looks a little bit better. So I'm cheering for Aaron Glenn. I'm cheering for the Jets. Like unless they play my team, which I don't think we played this year because we played last year. But I want to see them. I like when the joke becomes the feared. There's nothing better in sports to me than when the team that everyone's like, they're funny. And then you're like, oh, we got to play them. Okay. Whoops. So awesome. Well, thank you for joining me. That I appreciate it. And then thank you for just being amazing, putting out amazing content, being a fan. Right. Yes. And I think that that's important. And I always say there's different types of fans. I feel like you're a very sane, rational fan. Like you're pissed off, you're annoyed, you're all of the things, but you're also still respectful of the process. And I feel like that's what it's all about. You're allowed to be emotional and have all the feelings, but like be respectful of it. It's a process. And because when it gets there, you're going to look back at this and you're going to be like, oh my God.
No, it's true. But it's like you get mad you get mad right away. Like, oh, I can't believe me. Like, all right, what's the process? Very young team. But the point you made before is really important. Like if you're showing growth and improvement, we could all buy in. If you're regressing and it's actually getting worse, then we're out. Like this is not acceptable anymore because we've seen it 10 of the time. So now it's like, just show us growth, and then we can all buy in. We can understand, like, you know what? We trust you now. But don't say, trust me, bro, when you win 3 games. I'm not trusting you. I'm
not trusting you. Okay. Well, I will end on you. All your information is going to be in the description below. So whatever you want to say, we'll end with that. I just want to say everything is fine until they start disrespecting Aaron Glenn. They have not yet. Yep. They meaning the players. And that means a lot when the players are still bought into you, even when you're losing. So I just want to call that out because I think that is a good marker to see like where the team is going to go. But anything you want to say it, and then I will end it on you.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's the second one we've done. I have a blast talking to you. This is awesome. No, like Let's Talk Jets, do a lot of live streams. My content is uncensored. So when I'm pissed off, it's going to fly. It's like, I didn't curse here, but we curse a lot and we have fun. But it's like, Jet fans are really cool. Like Jet fans are passionate. They're loyal. Mm-hmm. They're most importantly, they're educated. We can give you any kind of stat you want about where it all went wrong and why. So it's like, it's a really cool community we have, like as YouTube, creators. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's cool to have a platform, man. It's cool to express back to the team because the team follows all of us. They know what we're saying. And then a lot of times they react to it, which isn't smart. But so it's a pretty good time.
One time I had a player who not indirectly responded to me. And I knew it was to me, and I just acted like I didn't know. And then the next video, I said something else, and I was like, "And by the way, stop responding. Stop. Let me whine and complain, but you stop. So, anyways, you're right. Don't respond. Don't respond. Just go win. We just want you to win and catch the ball and tackle and do all the things, please."
We've had that. Because I had credentials to the team. I used to go to all the training camps and like that. And when they got so bad with Adam Gase, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It has to be unfiltered. This has to be.
You're like, I can't.
They're like, you can't say this anymore. I can't say it. You guys you're not winning games. This is So I'm like, I don't care. It is what it is.
Shout out to you. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I'm sure. Listen, when the Jets make the playoffs, you are going to be a part of my playoff series, and we're going to talk all about it. You're going to talk trash. You're going to be excited. All of the things are happening. I mean, full gear Jets, everything. That is what's going to happen when they make it. So you just put that in your mind because when it happens, you're going to be the first reach out. I'm going to be like, we're doing it. So mark your calendar. Awesome. I'll talk to you soon.